I think the number one player in college lacrosse is... Hey guys, it's Jake with Lax Weekly. Today I'm super excited to finally settle the debate. Who are the top 10 players in college lacrosse right now? But this is only fun if everyone joins in, so I better see you, put your top 10 college lacrosse players down below. I literally sat at my computer for 3 hours yesterday watching so much film, but I think I finally come up with a top 10 list that I'm happy with. There's definitely no bias in this list. There's no way I could leave someone off, and this is an absolutely perfect list that has zero mistakes. What are we waiting for? Let's dive in and start with my 3 honorable mentions, beginning with Penn State attackman Mako Sports. In my opinion, he's the best shooter in college lacrosse, but unfortunately as of right now, he's not doing so hot. He has 7 goals in 4 games as of filming this video, and I think a large part of that has to do with the fact that he doesn't have a man named Grant Ament passing to him. Hey, it's okay, all shooters have slumps. I don't think that takes away from the fact that he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, college lacrosse shooter. But if we're talking about the top 10 players at this very moment, I don't think he makes my list. Next up is high point attackman Asher Nolting, another very talented attackman who we've gotten to see a lot of this year. He simply balled out against Duke and North Carolina and has definitely proven that he can hang with the best. I love the way he posts up defenders and uses his big frame to push them around. The man also has crazy good vision and has made some passes that made me rewind a few times. You could definitely make an argument for him being in the top 10, but I just couldn't find a place for him on my list. This brings us to our last honorable mention, Syracuse midfielder Tucker Dordevic. This might surprise some people because as of now, his stats are good, but nothing crazy. He's not even the highest scoring midfielder on Syracuse. He literally can shoot it with both hands just as well, and his explosiveness is just off the charts. He makes moves that no one else in college lacrosse can make, and I think this guy is going to be a household name in lacrosse. But now it's time, baby, the official top 10. These are the 10 guys that I think are the best in the game right now. Let's begin with number 10, and this might be a hot take for some, but Duke attackman Brennan O'Neill. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know Brennan is the most hyped high school lacrosse recruit, being called the Zion Williamson of the sport. And to me, he's already lived up to the hype, if not more. If I were drafting any lacrosse team at any level, I'd want this guy on my team. His lacrosse IQ is off the charts and he does not play like a freshman. The only knock on him is that we haven't seen him play that many games. But I think the fact that this guy has been so hyped since day one and has still delivered this well, I just think he deserves to be in the top 10 conversation. Next at number 9 is another former number 1 high school lacrosse recruit, Connor Shellenberger. I absolutely love this guy's game, and he is tearing it up in his first real season for UVA. I think he is the complete offensive lacrosse player. He has a cannon of an outside shot, he has great vision, and he can take it one-on-one. My favorite part about him is that he doesn't try to do too much. You see a lot of guys with his type of talent and hype try to force plays. I feel like he just lets the game come to him, and that is a rare trait for someone that young. And now coming in at number 8, we have Drake Porter from Syracuse. I think he's the best goalie in college lacrosse. He's averaging 15 saves per game as of me filming this video. I thought he was especially impressive in the Syracuse win against Virginia, and he's picking up right where he left off in 2019 and 2020 as the top goalie in the country. There are definitely goalies above him in terms of save percentage and saves per game, but someone who's been good for this long deserves to be in my top 10. And at number 7 from Georgetown, we have Jake Carraway, who's simply an elite scorer who cashes in when he gets the opportunity. This man shoots at over 42%, which is extremely impressive given the volume of shots he takes. The only thing is, I wish we got to watch Jake play more because Georgetown lacrosse isn't on TV that much. This man has been slept on for too long, and it's time to bring his name up more in the top college lacrosse player conversation. I think he and Georgetown are poised for a big run this year. Coming in hot at number 6, we have another slept on player who you might have never seen a full college lacrosse game from, and this man is Ryan Tierney from Hofstra. This guy's had a ridiculously successful career at Hofstra, and a majority of us haven't seen most of it. They need to get more Hofstra games on TV so we can watch this guy do what he does best, score the ball. Also, I think he's a lock as far as a top 10 pick in the PLL draft this year. By the way, you can always subscribe to the free Lax Weekly email newsletter packed with tips on how to become a better lacrosse player. I'll leave a link in the description where you can go subscribe now. Next at number 5, we have UVA attackman Matt Moore, who's definitely one of my favorite players in all of college lacrosse. He's a do-it-all player who has a rocket of an outside shot, but can also dodge just as good as anyone. What I love about Matt Moore is his confidence. He does not back down against any defender. He's competitive and has had some of the most clutch performances over the past 4 years. Another thing that I love about him is that he can basically get a shot off every single time he touches the ball. He has that good of physicality and stick protection to make it happen. If there were 10 seconds left in the game, I would want Matt Moore to take the ball. And at number 4, we have the guy who played lockdown defense on Matt Moore, UNC defenseman Will Bowen. This guy has flown under the radar due to injury and COVID, but now we're finally getting to see his greatness. I love the way this guy plays defense because he's physical, but he isn't going for that crazy takeaway check every 5 seconds. He's been an anchor to a UNC team who looks like they can make a run this year, and he's done a great job holding down some of the country's best players. Ooh, okay, now is where things get really interesting. These are our top 3 college lacrosse players. Starting at number 3, we have Maryland attackman Jared Bernhardt. This guy's resume is simply too good not to put him in the top 3. It seems like this guy's been playing college lacrosse forever at this point, and he's been dominating his opponents ever since he stepped onto campus at Maryland. He's another do-it-all attackman who could have 5 goals in one game and 7 assists in the next game. And this guy has played in a lot of big games. He's also one of the most athletic players in all of college lacrosse. I mean, he got recruited by Navy to go play football, and he was going to go play football at Division II Ferris State. Whew, okay, this is where things got a little bit difficult. I didn't know who to put at number 1 and number 2, but here goes nothing. At number 2, I'm going with Chris Gray from UNC. This guy has been borderline unstoppable this season. Gray is leading D1 in points right now, and he can score or pass from anywhere. He's given us behind the back shots, backhanded shots, no-look passes, and ridiculous jump shots. The man can do it all, and what impresses me the most is how few mistakes he makes. He averages less than 1 turnover a game, and he probably touches the ball every possession. But we have to give respect to the number 1 college lacrosse player in the country. This should not be a surprise to any of you all. It's Quint Kesenick from the Johns Hopkins men's lacrosse team. Oop, my bad. I meant to say the number 1 player in lacrosse is Michael Sowers, and he doesn't need any introduction. He's the best player in college lacrosse. And what's most impressive to me is that he's putting up big numbers in Duke's offense, which is kind of known for being unselfish and not being built around one guy. He's averaging almost 6 points a game right now, and he could probably be averaging 10 if he played for another team not named Duke. So like I said, this list is perfect. There's no way that I could miss someone, and I know everything about lacrosse. But just in case you have a better list, throw it down below in the comments so we can finally settle this debate. Also, which debate should we do next? I'm Jake with Lax Weekly. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.